A hit-and-run driver leaves a beloved baker in San Francisco fighting for his life. Tonight, his coworkers rallying support from the community to help him during this difficult time.
I felt really bad about him because I known him for so long, and we work together, and he's a good, kind person, and he's a good baker.
The victim has been a baker at the popular Bob's Donuts for 3 years. Good evening. I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm Mike Meback. The victim was hit by a car while riding his scooter to work early Sunday morning, right there at the intersection of DuBose and Guerrero. New at 10, KTVU's Betty Yu joins us live tonight from the city after talking to the man's coworkers and family. Betty.
Mike, Jesus Zamudio never made it here to work at Bob's on Baker Street early Sunday morning. Tonight, his family and friends tell us that he's in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Jesus Zamudio is a father, a husband, and a beloved baker at Bob's Donuts in San Francisco. SFPD said he was riding his electric scooter at DuBose Avenue and Guerrero Street around 3 a.m. Sunday when a car struck him and took off. The accident left him unconscious, and his family and coworkers heartbroken.
I really, cried when, I hear that. We're just like a family around here. I felt really bad about him because I known him for so long, and we work together, and he's a good, kind person, and he's a good baker. Hi, how are you?
Bessie Ferreira said over the last 3 years, she often worked alongside Jesus.
When I'm alone here as a cashier, he helps me everything. Consolidate the donuts and taking care of the window and taking care of the DoorDash.
He worked 7 days a week at the Polk Street and Baker Street locations. His cousin Eric said he followed in Jesus' steps and began working at Bob's Donuts a few months ago. Through an interpreter, he told us he just visited Jesus in the hospital where he had surgery.
When they went in, they saw him. He was sedated, so he was very sad to see him in that bed because he's a very strong and hardworking man.
He said Jesus was his family's main provider and supported his wife and 2 young children in Mexico. Eric added that while Jesus didn't vocalize safety concerns regarding his commute, he recently told him that he wanted to buy a helmet.
He was going to order it with a friend, and I guess he didn't have time to order it.
For me, when you wear a scooter, make sure you always wear a helmet. No matter what.
San Francisco police are looking for leads in the case. His family has a message for the hit-and-run driver.
Just to come forward and for him to pay for what he did.
And these GoFundMe posters have been put up all around the shop. Now, this family-owned business helps set it up to pay for his medical expenses and help his family navigate this crisis. Mike?
And Betty, you briefly mentioned his condition. I'm wondering, since he's been in the hospital, has he been able to communicate at all with doctors or family?
I checked with a few of his family and friends tonight, and they said that unfortunately he has not been able to respond to any verbal cues, but they are still staying hopeful that his situation will improve.
All right,
Mike?
Betty, you live tonight in San Francisco. Betty, thank you for that.